Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of RFI Reviews here, back at it again with the review for the Twistura D Major. Okay, before we start, I'd like to give a huge shout out and big thank you kay Linsol for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest, unbiased review. As always, but yeah. As always, yung mga reviews ko is honest to the core as much as possible. Tinatry ko talaga i-evade yung preferences ko or i-apply yung preferences ko sa mga reviews ko. So, makakaasa kayo whether it be bought by my own money or sent to me. Lagi siyang honest, okay? So, this brand is quite new to me. Hindi ko sure din if na-encounter ko na siya before. Yes, hindi ko pa siya na-encounter before, honestly. This is probably a new brand or probably a brand na nasa mainland China lang before na nag-outreach internationally. But ayan, Twistura D Major. Twistura D Major yung brand niya. Twistura yung brand rather. Ayan, 'di ba? Very pristine yung packaging nito and yung overall presentation. I kinda like this one for that. Sa halagang 2,500 pesos or 2,500 pesos or $50, this is a really good set when it comes to the overall packaging and presentation. Kasi ang ganda, ang pristine ng packaging niya, even the logo is well thought of. Hindi pa ako nakakita ng ganto ka premium na minimalist sleek brand sa gantong price or even kasi yung Tanch Gym, as far as I know, yung pinaka-closest sa gantong type ng aesthetic. But this one is a bit less sterile and more elegant, kumbaga. Ayan. And ayan yung FR graph niya if you care. Oo. Ayan, no. As you can see, yep. Ayan, designed by Dongwon Tevetsu Electronic Technology Corporation. Yep. So, hindi ko siya alam talaga ba ito. Ayan. And, ayan, as you can see, Mikey, ang dami niyang inclusions for its asking price na 2,500 pesos. Tingnan mo, may dongle pa dito, which is really nice. Which is really nice talaga sa price na to. Okay? So, sige, magsimula tayo sa inclusions nito, which is yung first is itong okay, ito muna, ear tips. As you can see, ang dami niyang kasamang ear tips, It has like 2 sets ng ear tips. Yung isa silicone-ish type. This reminds me of the TRN ear tips more than the soft ear tips. Kaya ayun, this did not fit my ear really well dahil sa seal. Hindi ko rin probably it's an ear thing, yung tenga ko to, but most people will find this much more comfortable and much more sealing. Kasi mas madikit siya sa tenga and yung usual na normal tips. And here is yung kasama niyang dongle. I've seen sa forums na this is a DSP cable daw, but I'd like to call this a USB dock or USB dongle kasi nung trinay ko siya sa phone and trinay ko siya sa computer, this registered as a TTGK audio, yung USB dock. So my guess is this is within the same range, within the same power, within the same ballpark as the Avani dongle, kung alam niya yung branded by VE. Na Avani dongle, ayan yung medyo same ballpark nito sa power wise and even sa performance and sa effect niya sa sound ng IEM. And then may branding na Twistura, as you can see. That is nice. Pardon me for my dirty fingernails kasi naglinis ako. Sorry. Pero ayan, as you can see, Twistura dongle. Di ba may pangalan pa? Speaks Premium. And even yung cable niya, see? Twisted. Ayan, tas naka 3.5. Yung power nito, it is very this resembles yun sa sa Avani. Ganun lang din siya kalakas yung power na it can juice out or even yung sa Apple dongle. Ayan, medyo ganun lang yung ballpark niya when it comes to power and performance. Okay, i-discuss natin ito mamaya kung ano effect niya dito. And ayun nga, si Twistura N is may kasamang filters. Yan, as you can see. Ang nakakabit na dito is yung yung stock nozzle niya. Oo, pero I assure you na ito muna yung ginamit niya talaga stock bago ako nagpalit ng brass. Oo, ng brass na gold or gold brass na nozzle. Oo, kasi twist type yung nozzle filters niya. Ayan, and as you can see, 'di ba? Ayan, as you can see, ganyan siya kalinis. This is well thought of, well machined in my opinion sa 2.5. This is really good for that. Okay? Oo, even yung nozzle, yung butas. As you can see, that is well thought of. Ang linis tingnan, ang ganda. Ang ganda tingnan. I am hindi naman like ako bias or what, pero I don't know, yung gantong type ng nozzle is well thought of in my opinion. 'Di ba? May shape pa. Oo. Yan And yun, ang indications niya is nakalimutan ko yung tamang pagbasa nito kasi meron siyang parang Chinese na inscription diyan, pero ayun nga, ang inano ko na lang siya yung may blue ring and yung dito dati yung on stock red ring yung nandito, and ito kasi yung stock niya, which is itong black ring. Okay, so there's that. And ayun nga, yung pouch, yan. This is nothing special, of course. Ang dami na natin nakitang IM sa may gandong pouch. Ayun na yan, may logo ng Testura. Nothing fancy, but yeah, there's that. And ayun nga, ito yung IEMS itself. As you can see, yung IEMS itself, this reminds me of if nandun ka sa audio noong 2018s, 2017s, at nandito yung BQ-EYZ KC2. Ayan, medyo ganyan yung itsura niya. But this one is syempre, a little bit different. And mas premium when compared doon in terms of build quality. So you can see, this is, solid to. Itong, texture, medyo rough yung texture niya, na solid. And ito, this is very solid. Ayun nyo, pag pinitek mo may heft to it, hindi siya like hollow or something. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung tawag dito, if porcelain or something, pero medyo ganun yung feel niya, yung texture niya, and it adds a lot of weight to this IEM talaga. Tapos ito, syempre bakal, glossy na bakal. This is a fingerprint magnet apparently, pero ginamit ko na siya daily and hindi ako nakakita ng deep scratches dito. So, that is a good thing. It is a really good thing na ganun ka-sturdy siya despite being a fingerprint magnet talaga. And ayun yan. Andyan yung, nyo, you can see. Hindi ko alam kung nakikita nyo. Yun yung, niya, vents. Yes. And ayan. Tapos ayan, pag tinanggal natin, ito yung screw-on nozzle niya. Ayan, so you can see, nakakabit na is yung gold-ish nozzle na may red ring yan. Ayoko lang tanggalin. Anong tawag natin? Sorry, tinatamad ako, pero yeah. Yun yung niya. Okay. Then, ito yung cable niya. Yung cable niya is nothing too fancy, straight, straight, usual USB, 3.5. Pero yun nga, may in-include na DSP cable ko, si Testura, or yung dongle jack doon. Ayan. This cable reminds this cable reminds me of the Tangems cables, or yung naunang ayun nga. Yan? HG Sound Heart Mirror. Yes, This reminds me of that one. Pero ito kasi hindi lang siya basta-basta stock botched in cable na ayun, binili lang in outsource somewhere. This one is my name. I like the small details to it. Ayan, my name, and maganda yung pagkaka-heat shrink. And ayun nga, yung Y-split niya is minimal yet may detail. As you can see, ayan, may logo pa nga. Okay? So punta tayo sa sa drivability. Yung drivability nito is sakto lang. It is fairly easy to drive based sa experience ko. Hindi ko na need na parang gamitin siya ng naka 4.4, to be honest. Very very easy to drive talaga. Very kahit saang source mo ilagay, wala siyang magiging problema sa power actually. Hindi rin naman siya overly sensitive. Everything is just right. So no problems doon. Okay, punta tayo sa sound. Okay, in a nutshell, yung sound nito is if yung stock tips, well, lahat naman ng tips na to is leaning din doon. Pero yung kapag yung nakalagay yung stock nozzle mo na yung silver, yung may black na ring, it is a very neutral, bright sound signature na sobrang dami, sobrang ganda ng details for its price. Which in return, ang din doon, nagiging cold sounding siya. Cold, nearly clinical sounding pa nga eh. Oo. So, if naka-audition ka na ng like, let's say, HE Sound Hard Mirror, TK-ZK Wave, Duno Titan S, ayan, yung mga bright talaga. Simgot EW200, pero warm pa nga yun eh. May mas warm pa din. O yun, Simgot EA500. Medyo nasa same ballpark to doon. Okay? Oo, sa sound signature. Okay, punta tayo sa bass. Yung bass nito is definitely linear, tight, rounded. Yes, this is rounded. Nearly monotonous yung bass niya. Pero for me, hindi naman gaano. Pero I see some people, lalo na yung mga mahilig talaga sa bass, na makukulangan sila sa quantity. Oo, and probably sa quality din. Syempre, alam mo yun, yung mga bass na hindi lang basta isang buga lang, isang tone lang talaga, na iba-iba talaga yung lalim. Yan, iba-iba yung texture. Ayun, hindi, anong tawag doon? Medyo kulang yan dito if yun yung hanap mo. Pero, to me, since, naka-stick sa utak ko na this is a neutral bright sounding set, hindi naman siya kulang on that regard. Sakto lang lahat, just the right amount of everything for a neutral sounding set. Okay? This is a mid-bass focus din. Very mabilis, very fast yung tigay niya. Almost kasi bilis nga nung Lecture SO8 na na ni-review ko last time. Okay? And in return, ang meaning nun is wala siyang bleed sa mids. So punta tayo sa mids. Yung mids naman nito, it is a it is a nearly transparent, linear, open actually. Oo, na ayun nga, pag nasanay ka sa warm sounding IEMs, this may come across as thin. Oo, to your liking. Pero if sanay ka sa neutral talaga, this is a nearly transparent sounding set when it comes to mids. Oo. Mas forward siya. Even compared sa mids ng Titan S. To give you a good example, okay? Yung lower mids niya is okay. Wala siyang additional thickness. Wala siyang pero andun yung details. Hindi siya smooth, but it is very vivid. Sa upper mids naman, it is definitely elevated. Definitely bright, airy, sparkly perhaps. Ayun nga, for most people talaga na naghahanap ng clarity. This is really good on that. However, ang in return, may time nagiging borderline shouty siya. May time borderline nagiging sibilant siya talaga. So, hindi ko siya mare-recommend for treble sensitive person or treble sensitive ears. This ain't it. Go find somewhere else. Katulad lang din naman yan ng Titan S, ng EW200, ng TK-ZK Wave, ng Heart Mirror. If sensitive yung tenga mo sa upper frequencies, you may want to look for something else na lang, 'di ba? Okay, so move tayo sa treble. Yung treble nito for me is ito yung pinaka-highlight talaga ng IEM na to. It is very extended, very vivid, very detailed, very airy. Oo. Ayun, very bright. Pero yun nga, in return, meron siyang mild sibilance, peaks, and harshness talaga. Lalo na kapag yung tracks mo is yung meron talaga siyang additional crisp kumbaga dun sa tunog na yun. Like for example, yung sicko mode ni Travis Scott. Ayan, notorious talaga yan sa medyo masakit sa tenga at times. Even ako na mataas yung tolerance ko sa treble, I find it at times na masakit sa tenga ko. Oo, lalo na pag bright yung IM. So, I want to tone it down yung volume niya. Oo, I tone it down usually talaga when that track hits. Lalo na din dito sa IM na to, since hindi naman ito need ng mataas na volume. Oo, this is very suitable for low listening volumes talaga. Okay, punta tayo dito din sa main highlight ng IM nito, which is yung technical performance. Yung technical performance nito, it is really good, really detailed, very clean yung separation and imaging niya. Yung layering is just everything is just so nice. Maganda talaga yung technical chop nito. Yung soundstage niya, it is, syempre, it is just your usual wide, bog standard sa price na to. Pero, ayun nga, hindi siya sobrang sikip. Hindi rin siya sobrang, like, yung wide. Pero, ramdam mo na andun yung height, kahit papano, and andun yung depth. So, ayun nga, if hanap mo is technical performance talaga, this is a really good set for that. Probably, sa under $60, ito yung isa sa mga IEMs na nakapagpawaw sa akin in terms of technical performance. Yung same impression ko dito sa Celeste Pandamon, yung pinakauna. I haven't heard the 2.0 but yeah, ayun nga. Ang ganda lang talaga ng separation, imaging, and layering na itong IEM na to when it comes to that technical performance. Okay. Sige, now punta tayo dito sa muna bago tayo mag-proceed sa filters, kung ano effect niya. Kapag kinonect mo itong niya, DSP or USB DAC cable dito sa twistura, ano yung mangyayari? Ano yung effect sa sound? Well, yung effect sa sound is shave down yung niya, yung brightness niya. shave down, magkakaroon ng additional warmth sa mids. So, most likely parang tas mag-elevate ng kaunti yung bass. So, parang magiging siya, sabihin na natin mild U-shape. To me, madadagdagan kasi ng warmth eh. Pero andun pa rin yung bright tilt niya. In my opinion. So, ayun, may certain times na bright pa rin talaga siya. And ayun nga, in return, na-shave yung technical performance niya. So, yung mga, sabihin na natin, yung mga outstanding sa akin na technical chops niya for its price, naging very good na lang ngayon. You win some, you lose some, kumbaga, dito sa IEM na to, kapag kinabit mo tong cable na to. But one way to combat that, if gusto mo pa rin talaga, pero yun nga, mas magkakaroon ulit ng brightness, is to use the filters na kasama. Okay? So, proceed tayo sa filters. Ngayon, pag kinabit mo tong filter na blue, na, wala pa to, di ba? Itong, itong USB DAC. Pag kinabit mo to, ang mangyayari is magiging mas brighter siya, mas magiging thinner. Ayun nga, mas malulose niya yung tonality niya. Ewan ko, for me, this is not for my ears kasi sobrang bright na siya. Na ayun nga, mas apparent yung sibilance talaga in peaks. Pero, let's say sabihin natin, meron talaga yung mga treble head to the core na ears. I think mas ito yung mas ito yung better filter for that if you want to kick things up a notch and you don't mind too much brightness. Pero yun, details galore. If gusto mo pa ng additional details galore sa ma-detail enough na stock configuration, edi go for the blue one. Ngayon, itong kinabit ko next is yung itong medyo goldish na may red. Sige na nga, tanggalin na natin. May red ring. When yan yung naka-apply, kahit pa paano nababawasan yung treble niya, yung brightness niya, without sacrificing too much sa sa details or sa technical chops. May konting basta na-lessen yung brightness niya pero hindi naman nabawasan yung niya, yung details niya, yung resolution niya. It is nearly the same in my opinion, but very debatable talaga if depends sa ear to ear. Pero ayun nga, yung to me, yung brass na may red ring sa nozzle, yung parang pinaka-suitable for all genres in my opinion. Very versatile na siya. But don't get me wrong, this is still a bright set. Kaya ayun, hindi ko pa rin siya may re-recommend talaga enough sa mga very sensitive ang tenga. Siguro, sige, by a stretch. If gagamitan mo siya ng gold, yung gold na nozzle na may ring, na red ring, tapos gamitan mo siya nitong cable na to or any warm sounding na dongle, I guess, sige, pwede, passable for hindi sobrang sensitive sa treble na tenga. Okay? So, ayun. Iko-compare natin dito. Well, tagal ko na din kasi hindi nagkaroon ng super bright sounding sets, pero I do have my notes here dun sa mga notable na nagkaroon ako na audition ko, 'di ba? Na sabihin na natin under 5,000. Sige, i-compare natin siya first and foremost sa TKZK Wave. Yung TKZK Wave is nearly the same sa sound neto na naka-stock na black filter. Ang kaibahan lang nun, mas transparent yung mids niya, mas a bit forward, oo, sa tanda ko. And ayun nga, mas mataas din yung treble niya. So, mas may sibilance talaga. Which is not for most people. Pero, ayun nga. If gusto talaga ng treble to the core, I guess yung TKZK Wave is a better option. Pero, yun nga kasi, I believe it's discontinued. And, overall, mas maganda yung presentation, packaging, and overall sound netong Twistura D major. Mas cohesive siya. Oo, talaga. Kahit na bright siya, hindi siya yung parang iwan yung yung ibang regions ng sound for me. Okay? Now, when compared sa EW200, yung EW200 is wider, definitely. It is also more U-shaped. And compared, even though mild U-shape lang din naman yan. Pero, ayun nga, you get the point. Tapos mas may bass siya. Pero ayun nga, yung bass niya is monotonous na and kulang na sa texture in my opinion. Oo. Sa technical performance, mas pipiliin ko tong Twistura D major kasi mas may siya mas malinis siya eh. Oo, in terms of detail lalo na sa separation imaging talaga. This one is mas more it is more neat, mas precise. But not by a lot, pero ayun nga kasi kung gagastos ka na lang din ng 2,500 pesos or $50 tapos gusto mo ng like let's say yung very clean talaga or mas oriented sa technical chops, di Twistura D major na, hindi ka palugi, may dongle ka pa, 'di ba? Ayun, when compared naman sa EA 500, definitely mas actually they're nearly the same dun sa technical performance. Oh, it's just that mas easy to drive yung EA 500 talaga. Oo, mas easy to drive siya and at the same time anong tawag doon, mas okay yung mids niya. Yung placement ng mids niya, hindi sobrang thin, hindi sobrang thick din. So, ayun, if makakahanap ka pa ng EA 500 and may extra cash ka for it or probably makukuha mo siya ng extra ng nearly the same price dito, EA 500 is definitely much better. And ayun nga, if i-compare naman natin siya sa Titan S or sa HE Sound Heart Mirror, they are nearly the same. I can confidently say that. It's just that mas may bass yung Titan S, pero mas recess yung mids niya, but not by a lot. Oo, when compared. Tapos, pag kinumpare mo naman siya sa HE Sound Heart Mirror, mas muted yung bass nun. Oo, kahit pa paano ito, mayroon pa tong konting bounce. Ayan, meron pang ganyan. Tapos, ayun nga, hindi pa siya monotonous talaga. Like nung sa HE Sound Heart Mirror, in my humble opinion, sa akin lang naman, is medyo monotonous na yung bass, no? Kaya, I remember na a lot of people tried to tweak that bass talaga in terms of elevation and quality. I believe OB Audio, my good friend Obed, tweaked a lot dun sa HG Sound Heart Mirror kasi naging favorite niya yon before. And I was amused na nakakita ko ng ganun ka-dedicated talaga na mag-tune ng IEM. Talaga nung time na yon. Pero ayun nga. Things have changed. I believe wala na din yung HG Sound Heart Mirror talaga. Yung Heart Mirror Zero is nandyan pero it is nearly the same in terms of sound sa tanda ko. Hindi ko rin siya gana nababaran eh. So, ayun. Tapos, compare natin siya sa EA 500LM. Well, definitely, mas better yung EA 500LM when compared sa Twistura D major. Pero yung price din kasi is medyo malayo din yung agwat. Oo, ayun nga. Mas easy to drive. Syempre, EA 500LM. Yung amount ng linis ng technical chops is nearly the same sa between two sets. Oo. Pero, ayun nga. If you have the budget, I believe, or in my opinion, mas better EA 500 kesa sa Twistura D major. Pero ayun nga, if may Twistura D major ka na or if 2,500 pesos lang yung budget mo for it, I don't see any parang thing na mamimiss out mo gaano. Probably mas less bright kasi yung EA 500LM, so mas pleasing siya for most ears. Pero yun nga, if you don't mind the extra brightness or kaya mo naman i-tone down or i-tolerate yung extra brightness, go for the EA5 Twistura D major. It is much more cheaper than for price to performance. Okay? So, anong verdict ko dito? Currently, the Twistura D major is one of my most recommended, even my favorite sa technical performance department under $50. In the sense na mahilig talaga ako sa technical performance. I do love hearing these flaws, these flaws, inconsistencies, these perfections, or these minute details talaga sa mga tracks na napapakinggan ko, whether it be on my test tracks or my non-test tracks. Oo. And I get to live with that. Kaya I rock this Tura D major for that regard. But I do see people na mas preferred nila yung balance between both. So you may want to look for somewhere else sa price na yun. Probably get the EW200 for that if gusto mo yung balance between both, 'di ba? Or maybe spend a little bit more for the EA500LM, but this is really nice sa technical shop. So ang verdict ko dito, this is very recommended for its price na $50 if you are looking for a technical oriented, neutral, bright sounding set. This is one of those sets na may recommend ko for that regard. Lalo na if wala kang mahanap na Etymotic, wala kang mahanap na Etymotic ER3 SE for this price, which is very rare, or ayun nga, ayaw mo ng Etymotic, and gusto mo ng technical capable under $50, this is a really good set for that. Okay, and that ends my review for the Twistura D major. Okay, this is long due na na-review kasi inuna ko talaga yung lecture SO8 kasi sabay lang sila dumating pero ayun, I'm very glad na Linsol sent this to me and trusted me with this review talaga. Okay, big shout out to Linsol again for making this review possible. Okay, see you on the next one.